The first look at Toy Story 4's trailer is breaking the internet's heart. Looks like the folks at Pixar are at it again by trying to destroy our emotions with the new trailer for Toy Story 4. The latest spot for the animated toy series dropped on Tuesday, and the citizens of the internet are already reaching for the tissues. The trailer showed off a mix of familiar visuals and audio cues, as well as highlighting new characters and some of the plot, all while throwing the internet into a state of existential dread. So what are people saying? Get ready to pass some eye water, because we're breaking down the trailer right now. First up, the new characters. We are formally introduced to Forky, the toy that Bonnie makes out of a spork, who made his official debut in a teaser last fall. We know that Forky is voiced by Tony Hale, aka Buster Bluth from Arrested Development, and he will have to come to terms with his new existence as a toy as opposed to a disposable utensil. We also got our first glimpse at 1950s wind-up doll Gabby Gabby, voiced by Mad Men's Christina Hendricks. Reportedly, Gabby Gabby is hoping for a new, less creepy voice box so somebody will want to keep her. She also commands an army of ventriloquist dummies named Benson, who are voiceless, boneless, and will definitely give us nightmares, mainly because they look a whole lot like Slappy from Goosebumps.
Did you miss me?
While we only see him for a brief second, we do get a shot of Keanu Reeves' Duke Kaboom. Kaboom is a toy based on Canada's greatest daredevil and stuntman, think Evel Knievel, but with a side of maple syrup. Now technically this isn't our first look at Duke Kaboom. Turns out he was an Easter egg in Incredibles 2, but no one really knew who he was yet. And we get our second look at Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key's stuffed bunny and duck characters on the carnival wall with Buzz Lightyear. We previously saw these two in a teaser last fall and got a taste of the comedic duo's take on Buzz Lightyear's classic catchphrase.
To infinity and your mom.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So inappropriate. The trailer also introduces us to a tiny police officer toy named Giggle McDimples, voiced by Cloak and Dagger's Ally Mackey. Giggle McDimples is friends with Bo Peep, and according to director Josh Cooley, she definitely is the smallest toy in the Toy Story universe. She's been stepped on, vacuumed up, and probably put up a kid's nose in her time. But of course, the biggest character reveal in this trailer is the return of Bo Peep, who is missing from Toy Story 3. As noted by practically everyone on the interwebs, Bo Peep here seems to have an ulterior motive, but we will get into that a little bit later. Ultimately, it seems like Toy Story 4 will be asking the big questions like, what is the meaning of life? And what is the point of a toy's existence? And those heady questions have internet users reacting all over the place. At RoboTortoise tweeted screen grabs of Forky's existential lines, "Why am I alive? I was made for soup, salad, maybe chili, and then the trash." With the caption, "These are some real moods." Yep, just another Tuesday on the internet, keeping things positive as always. At TVOT perfectly summed up each Toy Story movie's theme. Toy Story 1, you will be replaced. Toy Story 2, you will grow old, but hopefully will be able to usher a new generation to maturity before you do. Toy Story 3, you and everyone you love will die. Toy Story 4, existence is a meaningless prank that ends in oblivion. I'm on board for all this. And who said that these movies were just for kids? Redditor Chris Kringle had some advice for Woody's existential dread. In every movie, he's got an existential crisis. Just buy that toy Porsche already and get a permanent marker tattoo, Woody. It'll help. I promise. Of course, plenty of reactions were just in response to the sheer emotional tidal wave Toy Story is able to drown us all in. At Eric Davis said what we're all thinking, you know this movie is going to destroy us all, right? At Sean McLaughlin couldn't contain the spillage of his childhood slipping away. Genuinely thought I was going to cry watching the Toy Story 4 trailer, so imagine what my candy ass is gonna be like when I actually go see the film and pay for the privilege of watching the last part of my childhood slip away. At Ange Tweets was ready to spill some tears, tweeting this Brooklyn Nine-Nine, "Alright, I'm gonna cry" meme with the caption, when the opening notes of God Only Knows started playing. Now these shots of Bo Peep and Woody's reunion got at Johnny1998 all up in his feels. Well, I'm already crying. And he wasn't alone. At Bookworm1018 has mastered acceptance of her reality. Well, time to rip the Band-Aid off and watch the Toy Story 4 trailer. Always a good day for crying in public. Between this, WALL-E, Toy Story 3, and Up, when are we going to realize that the folks at Pixar are just emotional vampires who are rejuvenated by our tears? But taking a quick break from the sobbing, as we mentioned earlier, there does seem to be something more going on with Bo Peep in the trailer, and plenty of fans have picked up on it. On YouTube, Araxors Galore commented, "I'm calling it right now, Bo Peep is the twist villain." And fellow YouTuber Sean Marsh agreed, so we all agree Bo Peep is evil, right? Any theories? Theories, you ask? Well, We are Nerdist, and this is the perfect time for us to mention that our very own Hector Navarro of Animation Investigation did in fact break down a theory that Bo Peep is the secret villain of Toy Story 4, so go check that out. Sean Marsh and anyone else who wants to dive into more of that. So what other fan reactions did we notice from the trailer and the very existential existence of Toy Story 4? Well, one other sentiment does seem to be popping up all over the internet, and it's mainly folks wondering why Pixar decided to make this film at all. At Fine, I'm Here Now is still feeling emotionally drained from the first 3 films. No! Bad Pixar! Toy Story 3 took all of my emotional investment with the franchise. I've got nothing left to give. And Chris Hawker on YouTube thinks this is going to ruin the perfectly good ending of Toy Story 3. But still, whether or not we needed or wanted it, we are getting this film, and it's looking to be yet another toy-inducing emotional roller coaster. In an interview on the BBC's Chris Evans Breakfast Show, not that Chris Evans, Tom Hanks shared the story of how he had to have his back to the team in the voiceover booth because he realized how impactful and emotional the end of the film would be. I didn't want to see them, and I wanted to pretend they couldn't see me. When I realized what they were going for, I realized, oh, this is a moment in history. But let's not end this trailer breakdown on a complete downer. Did you all catch the Easter egg to one of the first Pixar shorts with Tin Toy from the late 80s? You remember, the one with the terrifying baby. Oh God. It does look like we're ending this on a downer. But what do you folks think? Are you excited for Toy Story 4? What do you think of the new characters so far? And seriously, which Pixar film did you cry the most over? Inside Out, Toy Story 3, WALL-E, or Up? You know your answer has to be Up. Let's discuss! Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and mash that little bell to get notified every time we go live with the show or drop a new video. And did you catch the latest episode of Nerdist News Edition? Our very own Kate Myers has a theory about Phil Coulson, Goose the Cat, and the Kree. Clark Gregg himself may or may not have confirmed it. Spoiler, he did. Check it out now!